Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Azi here. Welcome to the More Than a Pretty Face podcast. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to More Than a Pretty Face. This is our very first episode after 2022. Hey, Lacie, how are you?
I am great.
Did you have a good New Year?
I did.
Good holiday?
Yes, it was so needed. I'm just so glad 2022 is over.
You're ready to say goodbye.
I was already ready a long time ago.
Well, it fits in right in with the topic today. We're going to say goodbye to 2022.
Yes.
And what we want to leave behind in 2022.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
New year. It's time to just let go of certain skincare trends. So I'm really excited about this episode.
I love it.
So how, any beauty blemishes over the holidays?
I would say my beauty would be for Christmas, we got to visit with my dad and his wife, and Remy's favorite person in the whole wide world is her grandpa. So It was so fun. And I just love seeing how excited she gets when she sees her grandpa. So that was really nice.
Yeah, that's nice. She's lucky to have a grandpa who's like super cool and hip and drives motorcycles still.
Not anymore, but yes. But oh my goodness, I have the craziest blemish that I couldn't wait to talk about today.
Yeah? Okay, let's hear it.
Oh my goodness. So I'm in a few different groups on Facebook. I don't know if that makes me old, but one of them is all about cosmetic procedures and obviously what's trending and things like that. But one of the girls in the group did a DIY.
Oh boy.
And those are my favorite stories in the world. So this poor thing, she decided that she really wanted cheek filler. She wanted to have some structured cheekbones, and she was so excited. She bought syringes off Amazon.
Oh, Amazon is the death of us.
And she drew up her favorite HA serum in the syringe.
Oh, no. So wait, I'm confused. So these were not actual fillers on Amazon. So they're just syringes, just empty needles with syringes, and decided to wait. Skincare?
Yes!
Get out of here.
Yes.
Shut up.
Oh my gosh. Dr. Azi, the reaction that she got, she was on there asking for help,
Oh no, because those are not injectable.
No, she thought it was the same thing that we inject.
Oh, gosh.
And her favorite HA
I'm just
serum
getting goosebumps,
just
guys.
Drew it up. All I could think about was A, no. B, did you use the same needle to draw it up as then you how clean was your needle?
Oh.
The reaction, I mean, she had just ulcers on her face. Really,
yeah,
really
she may
bad.
have gotten into a blood vessel, but even that. So there are gels that are pure hyaluronic acid that are, synthesized in a lab in a very sterile fashion, because if you get any kind of contaminant, or even if it's an HA serum with niacinamide and God knows all these other ingredients.
Gosh.
I mean, you look at the ingredient list of skincare products and there's preservatives, there's, all these things that are not meant to be placed deep into the skin, because the skin is so immunogenic, which means that it has all these white blood cells that are just ready to defend you against, foreign bodies, things that are infectious or impure. The reason why you don't react to pure hyaluronic acid fillers is because you have pure hyaluronic acid. It's meant to mimic what you already have in your skin.
Right.
But hyaluronic acid made for skincare as a topical is completely different.
Completely different, right?
Oh,
that's the whole
worse
point of the FDA.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of making a filler that's similar to your biological HA. Oh my gosh, that is horrible. That's
I
worse than
mean,
using a Hyaluron pen.
what would you even do for somebody
Well, I would really
like
monitor them very closely because down the line, they could develop what are called granulomas. And that's when your white blood cells kind of gather and build almost like a fort around these foreign things that are not meant to be inside the skin to try to
Mhm.
break it down. And then you can develop nodules and you can get disfiguring. And then, like, obviously bad infections because skincare products can get contaminated.
Yeah.
Oh, bless her heart.
And
Hopefully
then
she's getting the help she needs.
even scarring under the skin, right? From the nodules or
Well, yeah,
what
so
would
that inflammation, the
Mhm.
granulomas, that could cause some disfiguring. But hopefully, she sort of stopped and didn't inject too much. I've never heard of that.
I
Like ever.
no.
Wow.
You guys, it's your
There's just
face. It's your
yeah.
face.
There's just
Come
too much
on.
information and we have access to too many things now. I mean, before you had to be in healthcare or, whatnot to be able to buy syringes. Now you can pretty much buy anything online and do anything to
Yeah.
yourself.
Mhm.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's terrible. I thought
I
I
know.
thought my story was bad, but
Oh,
now
well, I can't wait to hear it. Tell
I
us.
guess I guess we had a very I had a very eventful, last 2 weeks of the year. So I guess my beauty would be I took a social media
Oh,
hiatus,
so
and that
nice.
was so nice. That is the first time that I've done that in 4
Oh my
years.
gosh, it's been that long.
I know, I've been doing it for so long, and I was like, "You know what? It was so hard to just get online and do all I just needed a break. I guess, burnt out or just was not feeling I didn't wanna do it, and I'm a
It's
firm believer of listening to your
yeah.
heart and following whatever, your soul is telling you to do because
Yes.
I truly love, being on it. So that was my beauty, and then I guess my blemish was the last day of clinic.
Mhm.
That Friday, I see this poor we had to add on another add-on. This poor girl came in and, a lot of patients now are not wearing masks when they come in the office, but she was wearing a mask and you could just tell she was just so distraught. She had like tears in her eyes and, she looked a little red from the skin I could see. And so I went in the room. I was all like, "Hi," I'm always so happy and, cheerful. And I was like not sensing the same vibe.
Mhm.
She just looked kind of like frightened and anxious. And I was
Aw.
like, what's going on? And she pulls up this product she had bought on Amazon. And
Love
it was
Amazon.
and it was a micro needling pen. Like the
No, no,
same
no.
ones that we
No,
use in the
no, no,
office,
no.
like the one that
What?
yeah, she bought one on Amazon
Oh,
and decided to I guess she had watched a YouTube video of
of
somebody
course.
who had done it. I
Yeah.
don't know how. She got some like numbing medicine from the drugstore and numbed her face and did the microneedling thing. But that wasn't even the worst part. Then she's like confesses, I had a lot of pigmentation, so I wanted to do a chemical peel right after microneedling because I had heard
Oh.
that, that would help even more. So not only did she do
Mm.
microneedling on her own, but she also added a chemical peel on top of
Oh
that.
my
And I
gosh.
was like, "Oh my god." Well, I was like, "Can I see, like, what's going on? Can you take your
Yeah.
mask off?" And she took her mask off, and she had visible scrapes from the
From
microneedling.
not doing the pen correctly.
That's right, not doing the pen cleaning, but it was this unusual thing because she also had these blisters.
Oh
But the
no.
blisters were sort of like on a like in like a cluster
Oh no.
all around the mouth.
HSP?
That's
Oh
exactly
no.
what was going on, is she must have had the herpes virus, the cold,
Oh.
sore virus. A lot of people have it, they don't know they have it, but with certain triggers, like if you have a procedure or if you're stressed or if get sun exposure, the virus can come out of the nerve and onto the skin, and it can be devastating. We also
Mhm.
see it in eczema, like people who
Mhm.
have a impaired skin barrier. So,
Yes.
like when you have a chemical peel or microneedling, your barrier is impaired, right?
Yep.
So, if you get a secondary herpes infection on top of that, it is devastating. I
Which
mean, you get
is
these blisters and potential scarring. Um, so she didn't realize, all the things that went down from not only the microneedling, but also the chemical peel, and then the secondary infection as a complication.
My goodness.
So yeah, it was just
mean-
really tragic. And obviously we treated her for the HSV really quickly, and put her on topicals to help repair the barrier.
Well, good reason why you shouldn't do it at home, right?
Right,
There's
yeah.
protocols in place for us that we would follow. And I mean,
Yeah, and then so the chemical peel.
yeah, the chemical peel on top of the microneedling.
Yeah, so why do you think? What do you think?
Beneficial? What do you?
No, I would not
Never?
recommend it. I personally wouldn't even do it on a patient.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you have microneedling is anything you put on the skin is going to make that product that you use is going to be 10 times more potent. So that chemical peel is going to be received at a much greater intensity than if you put it on, intact skin. So I would advise against doing chemical peels right after microneedling. You're just asking for an unwanted, potentially harmful reaction that can lead to a severe burn, because that's two injuries you're combining together. And unless you're a major professional and you have a lot of experience doing this, I personally wouldn't even do it.
What would you recommend instead for her hyperpigmentation?
Well, I really love using tranexamic acid solution because we know how well that helps hyperpigmentation. So a lot of times in the office we'll use that. But don't get any ideas, guys.
Yeah.
Don't do this at home.
Oh gosh,
because
this is not for you guys to do at home.
Not only did she have the scrapes from poor technique, because let's just face it, I'm even nervous to do that on myself. You can't, just don't do this kind of stuff. It's so harmful. And these devices, they're not FDA regulated. Who knows if the needle alignments and the depths are accurate? Who knows if the needles are, sterile? So
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
I guess like when I think about my face, what we wear every single day, everywhere we go, I just couldn't imagine doing a do-it-yourself at home anything invasive. Even some of the things we're going to talk about today. Oh my gosh, there's so many dangers with these do it at home.
Well, I am ready to let some things go from 2022 in this new year. What about you?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
So let's get started on that.
But before we do, don't forget, you guys, to make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast. And make sure if you have any questions, you DM us at More Than a Pretty Face Podcast.
Yes, guys, be sure to follow at More Than a Pretty Face Podcast on Instagram. We do monthly giveaways of really amazing skincare line and products. We have some good ones coming up this year, so check it out. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. It's Dr. Azi here. If you're looking at the new year as an opportunity to work on the new you, let's start with the basics, skincare. If Santa didn't bring you AziMD Skincare products or you've exhausted your holiday budget, don't worry, I've got you covered. For the month of January, for podcast listeners only, use code NEWSKIN2023 at checkout on AziMDSkincare.com for 20% off your entire order, excluding bundles and other promotions. It's only available to podcast listeners only. Again, that's 20% off your entire order using the code NEWSKIN2023 at checkout on AziMDSkincare.com. I'll see you and your glowing skin soon.
Right, let's get started.
All right, so skincare trend to let go from 2022 is number one, let's keep the bodily fluids off the face.
You guys, another bodily fluid facial. This one's just
period blood facials, guys. I think people are getting them mixed up with PRP, vampire facial.
Do you think?
Because it looks the same, right? Because it's blood on the face. But TikTok, thanks TikTok Beauty, I'm seeing so many people putting period blood, which is not the same thing as sterile blood from your vein that's been processed, which is what PRP is, on the face for rejuvenation, claiming that it has stem cells and peptides that help rejuvenate the skin. Wrong. It's contaminated. It has dead skin cells.
Ugh.
And it's just, let's just keep the bodily fluids off the face. If you guys have seen our previous episodes on urine facial and semen facials, this is another one to add to the list of facials to leave behind.
Leave behind
in 2022.
Just don't. Guys. Okay, number 2, we have bleached eyebrows.
Oh, this trend.
I know.
I did not like this trend because one, I would be in major trouble. I mean, look at my eyebrows. I can't bleach these things. So bleached eyebrows, you see people, putting benzoyl peroxide solution to really make them almost like disappear. Mm-hmm. That's like the no eyebrow trend that was started. And I've seen everybody from Lizzo to Kendall Jenner to Kim Kardashian, Bella Hadid, all these supermodels, super famous people doing it. And oh boy, it is a dangerous thing to do, I think. One, it can cause a burn because your eyelid skin, that skin there is different than the scalp skin, right?
Right.
So you're putting this bleach on the skin, and you can get something called a contact dermatitis that can result in burns and scabs, hyperpigmentation, scarring, just awful. And if you're using, really strong formulation that's designed for, the scalp hair, it can also break your eyebrows hairs.
So somebody like me would just not do well. I barely have any brows as it is.
But I also see people on TikTok like waxing their eyebrows. Have you seen that?
No.
Where they wax the eyebrows off?
I just feel like your eyebrows are part of your definition. Like it gives your face, defines your eyes, and it gives you character. And I'm not for it.
I would say leave that trend in 2022. We experimented with it, but no thanks.
Number 3 is the 10-step, right? Korean skincare.
That's right. The number 3 trend to leave behind is that, product after product after product. I think Shay Mitchell has a video on Vogue that's a 58-step skincare and beauty routine.
Why?
I mean, I see these people on TikTok, they put stuff on, then they wash it off, they put like 5 more layers on, they wash it off, and then they, do this serum and this cream. And oh my goodness. I mean, one, your wallet and your skin and will be happier, and you'll be happier because you'll have so much more time.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't need.
But like a lot of those products are the same, like either the same ingredients or like you said, you're wiping it off, putting it back on.
Well, it's really inspired by Korean beauty, which, they a lot of times do double cleansing, which you can do at night. I'm all about double cleansing, especially if you wear a lot of makeup or, sunscreen and things. Not something you would do in the morning. So you have 2 different cleansers. You have your cream-based cleanser to take off the SPF and the makeup, and then you have more of a, clarifying cleanser, water-based cleanser after. And then you got your essence and your toner. Essences are the first step in the Korean beauty routine. That's the treatment phase, and they are designed to kind of hydrate and prepare your skin for the treatment phase of the skincare routine. Yes, the Koreans are, they take their skincare very seriously, and they're very sort of methodical. But so essence, toner, then they may use different serums, and then moisturizer, then SPF, then oil, it's too many things.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And you know what? We talked about the skin having memory. Mm-hmm. We have all these white blood cells. And the more things you're putting on the skin, the more likely you are to develop a sensitivity down the line, because your skin remembers all these chemicals that you're exposing it to. And the skin is not designed to be kind of wet to dry, have all these things layered on.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, I think you only need really a 3 to 5 step routine, and that would be a cleanse, and then your kind of treatment serum or toner or whatnot, and then your last step should be your protective, steps. So really just 3 steps: cleanse, treat, and protect with a moisturizer.
Yes.
Just go to sleep saying,
keep it easy.
cleanse, treat, protect.
Yeah.
Forget the 10-step routine here.
I love that. Okay, number 4 we have, and I think we kind of touched on this in a couple of episodes ago, but the Calamine Lotion as a makeup primer.
Oh my goodness. So earlier this year, there was a trend on TikTok where people were using Calamine Lotion as a primer for their makeup. And the UK, United Kingdom, sold out. They couldn't find Calamine Lotion anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Because people on TikTok were using it as a makeup primer. And yes, it's supposed to kind of dry out the skin, make the skin more matte and less oily and shiny when you're doing your makeup. But guys, there are actual primers designed for skincare. You do not have to use Calamine Lotion. It's 2023, guys.
Yes,
we are going to leave Calamine Lotion for people who have wounds that need to dry it out. So Calamine Lotion has zinc oxide. It also has ferric oxide as well as phenol that helps dry up wounds. Like they use it a lot for like chicken pox or
mosquito bites.
Mosquito bites. It helps kind of dry up that top layer and allow the deeper layer to heal, but not a good idea for a makeup primer.
No. Well, number 5, we have natural deodorant.
Yes, that was a big trend. It has been a big trend.
Yeah.
So my problem with natural deodorant is that it's really just a deodorant. So it's fragrance. It doesn't have aluminum in it, which is what makes it natural. But honestly, you know, aluminum, parabens, they are getting so much hate.
Yes, they are.
They are subject to this cancel culture we love.
Yes,
in our
they are.
modern day world. You know, there's just not good studies that prove that they're harmful. And unless you're eating the tube with aluminum or parabens, it's fine to use it once a day at night. So what aluminum does, it actually stops perspiration. And the reason you have body odor, you know, under your armpits is because you have, you know, sweat that gets mixed in with bacteria and puts off this funky smell. Well, aluminum stops the sweat and natural deodorant doesn't do anything for stopping sweating. All it does is has natural essential oils in it that has a fragrance. And so it masks the body odor. But here's the problem. Is so many people react to it because the armpit is a fold. And when you put fragrance there, it makes it exponentially worse and more sensitizing. So people end up getting rashes. And so I'm ready to throw the natural deodorant away because I've seen a lot of people come in with rashes and we treat them. What's a better idea is to use like a glycolic acid a few times a week that kills the bacteria that produce the odor.
Yes.
I love the Clarify pads. They're super easy. You just wipe down with them a few times a week. Some people use the one spray that's stronger. That's like 10% glycolic, but
as long as you just look away and spray, you're fine.
Yeah, so if you have sensitive skin, just be careful. You can also just use benzoyl peroxide. You know, put a little benzoyl peroxide on before you get in the shower, leave it on for a few minutes, and then rinse it off. And that's enough to kill the bacteria that cause the odor. And so it's not technically, you know, a deodorant where it has fragrance. But if you're looking to stop sweating, the aluminum is what you really need.
Right.
You can also do Botox injections.
Yeah, come see us.
So yeah, the Botox, you know, stops the sweating or reduces it significantly. So then it never gets mixed with the bacteria. But, you know, not everybody can do Botox injections and they're kind of painful. But
yeah, true.
Anyways, so that is the wrap up to leave these 5 skincare trends behind. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know if you've tried any of these trends down below. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. And check us out on Instagram at More Than a Pretty Face Podcast.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in and Happy New Year.